What's up, you guys? So today I'll be doing a Kim Kardashian inspired makeup look. This is actually a makeup look that her makeup artist Ariel did for her for one of her ultra light beam KKW Beauty shoots, I guess. So today I'm just going to kind of mimic that look that she had in a picture. So let's go ahead and get started. I've already primed my face. Well, I don't really use primer, but I just use moisturizer, and so I have that on already. And so to start off with face, I'm going to go in with Luminous Silk by Giorgio Armani, and with that I'm going to take a stippling brush. I just gotta find the one that I use for my face. Okay, so I just use an e.l.f. stippling brush for this, and I use number 4. So I'm just going to put 3 small pumps on the brush here and put that all over my face. I love this foundation. It gives such a nice luminous finish, and I have oily skin and it really works nice for my oily skin as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and build this up to about medium coverage. And then I'll be setting it afterwards with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powders. So I will be back here in just a second. Okay, so I finished up with my last layer of foundation. Now I'm going to go in with concealer. And for concealer, I'm using the NARS Canal and Chantilly Soft, what are these called? Soft Matte Complete Concealer. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with a different stippling brush. This time I'm going to go in with another e.l.f. stippling brush. It's a different one, obviously, that I use for concealer. And I'm just going to dip in both of them and apply straight to my face. And then make sure to get that in there real good. Sorry, I had to move the camera because I didn't like the angle that it was giving. So this is where we're gonna start now. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with something to set my concealer with, because I just finished applying my concealer, as you saw. And so now I'm going to set it with Kat Von D's translucent setting powder. And then I'm going to set my entire face with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder that I absolutely love. I mixed 2 colors, Fair and Fair Light, to set my face. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, so as you can tell, I've set my under eye area. I've left a little bit of powder underneath to catch some fallout. So now I'm going to do my eyebrows. For my eyebrows, I always change up the routine for my eyebrows. I always like to do sort of a different shape depending on what look I'm going for. Like if I'm going for, like, for example, like a very sultry look, I'll go with like a soft eyebrow. If I want something really bold, then I'll go in for like an eyebrow with a little bit more sharp edges or something like that. But today I'm going to go in with a really soft eyebrow. So there's only a few products I use for eyebrows, my go-to products, and I will get them out here. So I love L'Oreal products when it comes to brows. I use their brow stylist plumper. I use their brow stylist definer, and I use their brow stylist shape and fill. So I use these three main products for eyebrows, and then I also, no surprise, use a L'Oreal eyeshadow quad to like fill in for powder. This is the Color Riche eyeshadow quad in Cup of Joe. So I use this to kind of fill in just a little bit areas that I don't want to look so harsh, because sometimes these two other products can make it look a little bit dark and too harsh sometimes, depending on how light-handed you go in or how heavy-handed you go in. So I use these 4 products, all from L'Oreal. Really great products. I highly recommend them. So I will be doing my eyebrows off camera. If you do want a brow tutorial on how I do my eyebrows, just leave a comment down below in the and I can do a brow tutorial for you guys. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and do brows really quick, and I will be back with you guys in a moment. Okay, so I've finished doing my eyebrows. They're looking a little bit strong right now, but when I put the eyebrow gel in, they won't look that crazy. So now I'm gonna go in with, let me get my inspiration picture up first. So the look I'm doing is, like I said, a Kim Kardashian inspired look. It's one that one of her makeup artists did on her when she was like advertising for the ultra light beams from her collection. And so let me find that picture here in a second. Here we go. So I'll show you guys what look I'm doing. It is that look right there. As you see, it was a very sparkly lid, lash line. Oops, I like the picture. And glossy lips. So that's what that's the look I'm doing today. So to start off with, I'm going to go in with something peachy, orangey in my lid. So I have my palette here that I kind of curated myself. I have Makeup Geek and ColourPop eyeshadows in here. So I'm gonna go with that, go in with a kind of like a peachy orangey color once I lay down some of this Urban Decay Enigma primer. I don't see anyone use these much anymore, but I really like them still to prevent creasing. So I'm gonna go in with that. Okay, so now that we have those in, I'm assuming you guys did a little bit more. There we go. So I'm gonna take this Morphe M504 brush, and I'm gonna go in with Issues from ColourPop. I don't know if these shadows are still like available, because you know how ColourPop sometimes does like discontinue their eyeshadows. These are the pressed powder eyeshadows too from ColourPop. But I mean, y'all know how they get rid of them sometimes. But I'm just going in with that in my crease all over. I like this blending brush because it's really big and gets everything pretty good. So, other side as well. Using windshield wiper and circular motions to blend this color into the crease. I actually did this look a while ago for a friend's birthday party, and it turned out really well. But that was like over a month ago, so I'm hoping it looks the same in this one, because I don't remember all the products I used. I remember some of them. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with another ColourPop eyeshadow. This is, wait for it, but I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush, a smaller blending brush. So I'm gonna go in with the MAC 286 brush with what I say this was, wait for it. And this I'm going to blend in the actual crease and then below. I'm not going to take it as high as I took Issues. Let me get you guys a little bit closer in. There you guys go. So this will go in the other eye here. And remember, I'm going crease and a little bit on the lid. So let me just look at this over here. So now I'm gonna go back to Issues and blend that a little bit more with the other color. Now for a twist in what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a blush, yes, a blush, and I'm gonna take Peaches by MAC. This is a very orangey blush. This is a very orangey blush, so I'm just gonna take that and kind of use that to add some of that orange. If you don't own this brush, I also highly recommend it because it's freaking gorgeous. One of my favorite blushes ever. So that's what the eyes look like so far. Now I'm going with the star of the look, I guess, which is Trick from the Naked 3 palette. I'm going to take some NYX glitter primer because this will help the eyeshadow, which is that nice orangey tone. Nice orangey, very glittery. Let me show you guys what it looks like. It's this one right here. That's what I'm using. I'm gonna lay the glue down on my eyelids to help that shadow stick. So let me get this a little bit closer here. So I'm going to just apply to the lid all the way across. Apply to the lid all the way across. If you need a little bit more, grab more. And then kind of put some in that tear duct area and underneath. So because it's already laid down, I don't want this glue to dry off. I'm gonna go in with the brush now. With an Urban Decay brush, pick up the color Trick and lay that down. You guys see that color? I love this color. I absolutely love this color from that palette. And I'm kind of taking that in to the tear duct area. Anywhere where I applied the glitter glue, I'm applying this shadow. So I'm not really going to the edge of the eye, I'm just sticking to the middle and to the center. Gorgeous. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with the glitter glue and apply it to the other eye. And again, get into the tear duct area, and if you can, underneath as well. Looks very crazy on camera. Alright, so again, going in with Trick and patting that on the lid. Okay, so now that you have those two colors, or that color on, you're going to take some of that glitter glue on a, what did I use that day? Jeez, I don't even remember. On a very small brush, I just have this random tiny brush, as you can see. Really tiny. And I'm going to apply some of that glue underneath. Kind of like right underneath here. Right underneath. Because more of that Trick is gonna go in there. And then I'm also going into the tear duct, so I'll be adding another kind of glittery shade there from that same palette. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back in with Trick and lay that down underneath. Okay, now for the inner corner, I'm gonna go in with Trick and, what is that color? Dust? Trick and Dust from that palette. So here's Trick being applied, kind of strongly. Then I'm going to pick up Dust, which is more of a pinkier shade, and I'm going to apply that, which makes it really pop. So here we go with Dust and this a little bit underneath here. Okay, so now that we have our sparkly shadows in, you can see that we're gonna go in with the large blending brush and blend in the top The glitter shouldn't move much because it is being held down by the glitter glue. So just kind of blend what's over here. Perfect. Now I'm going to go in with a bronzy shadow because she had a lot of bronze on the outer corners of her eyes. So I'm going to go with a flat brush first. This is a Sephora all over shadow brush. And I'm going to go in with Makeup Geek Cocoa Bear. So with Cocoa Bear, I'm going to put that right here on the center, or sorry, not on the center, on the outer portion of the eyelid. Just blend it into the center of the eyeball. That's going to give us the bronzy look that she had. I'm going to go with a little bit of darker brown shadow too after this. So it'll get a little bit smokier. Now I'm going to take that same color, Cocoa Bear, and I'm going to roll that underneath here. Roll. Then I'm going to go back in with what we applied Trick with and just kind of blend that in with the bottom. Now for a little bit of darker shadow there, I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Cup of Joe palette and apply just the smallest amount of the darkest brown shade to the outer corner. Now she didn't have lashes with this look, so it looks like she did have individual lashes. I couldn't really tell. Now I'm going to just blend all this together. Okay guys, so I did start doing my mascara, and for mascara I went in with the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume first, and then I went with the Rimmel Lash Accelerator Endless, which looks like this, and then I went with Telescopic by L'Oreal. So I use those three for my top lashes, and for the bottom lashes I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Lash Discovery Mini Brush Mascara, and then I'm going to finish it up with some Telescopic as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will be right back. For mascara, now I just applied some powder here and here, so I can go ahead and bronze. I'm going to go with the Double Wear 2W1 powder to kind of give some dimension to my face, and then for bronzer I'm going to go in with Laguna by NARS and Kevin Aucoin Tropical Nights. Okay, so now I'm going in with the Estee Lauder Double Wear 2WN Dawn powder to just add dimension to my face. So I'm going to go ahead and just do that, and I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, so I just got done applying the Estee Lauder powder. Now I'm going to go in with the Kevyn Aucoin Tropical Nights Celestial Bronzing Veil. I love this so much. It is like the most beautiful cool tone bronzer ever. I adore this so much. But I go with it very lightly. So I'm going to just pat it very lightly. Because it is a cool tone one, I'm just going to kind of use this to give a very tiny bit of contour to my face. So down here. Oh, also I use the Estee Lauder powder to contour my nose. It's not blended out or anything. I just use it to contour my nose, and I'll go in and blend it here in a second. So taking that down here, down my neck. And then I'm going to go with a little bit here. My nose. Okay, I'm very excited for this look. I'm very, like, the more I'm getting into it, the more excited I'm getting. Okay, so after that, I'm going to go in very slightly with NARS Laguna bronzer. When I say slightly, I mean very slightly. So let's try to use the same angled brush that I used for the, and just kind of run that over my cheeks. This was a very bronze look. I'm not as tan as she is, so obviously it's not going to look the same on me. I'm going to take a little bit of that NARS powder and just go on the edges here of my eyelid. Sorry, you guys can see me there. Okay, I'm gonna take that bronzer and go on with a brush here, pick some up, and just kind of smoke out the bottom. So the next thing I did after bronzing, I went in with Melba blush by MAC and then Coralista blush by Benefit, and I just went like this on the outer part of my cheekbones, because here's a little trick I learned from makeup artists. If you apply blush right on the apples of your cheek, like right here, it's gonna make your face appear rounder. If you do it on the outer edges, like on your cheekbone kind of, it'll make your face look slimmer. So I always apply it to my outer cheeks. So that is that. Okay, so now there's not much left to do, but I'm going to go in with the NYX HD Finishing Powder in Banana. This is going to brighten up the areas I apply it to. So I'm going to take a large flat brush and go in with the powder here. You see how brightening that is? And here. I applied some powder there, but a little bit more won't hurt. And my forehead, down my nose. And I'll let that sit. Okay, so the last thing before I wipe all this stuff off and blend everything in, I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Plumper, because I didn't apply that before. When I did first for eyebrows was I just used the pencil and powder, but now I'm going to going with the gel just to set everything. So for the inner part of my hairs, I go down and up. So down, because I want to get both, I want to coat it as much as I can. So then I'll dip it in again. And I will start at the ends here. Start at the ends here. And eyebrows done. Face is still baking. Now I'm going to go on with lips. Her lip color, Kim Kardashian's lip color. She used some of that pigment for her lips. Me, I'm going to use a peach lipstick mixed with like a gloss mixed with another gloss. So I'm going to start off with Rimmel Nude Delight lipstick. I love this lipstick. As you can tell, I'm almost out. I'm going to apply that here. Let me bring you guys a little bit lower here. Okay, so oops, sorry, not that close. Okay, so Rimmel Nude Delight. There's a hair there. I love the color of this lipstick. So that's the lipstick. Now I'm going with liner. And I'm going to go in with, let's see what I got here. Addiction. I'm going with Wild Clover by Rimmel, and I'm going to outline my lips. This is so pigmented. When I want my lips to look perfect, I have to overline them. Have to. Because they are so asymmetrical. Because my lips are really... This looks like a complete mess. Okay. So now that I have the lip liner on, I'm going to go in with this Orange Bomb by Maybelline also. It's one of their baby lips in the color Coral Crush. I have no idea if this is still available. I believe it's not, so I'm sorry that I'm using it, but it has like the perfect orangey tint. So I'm just going to apply very little to the outer edges to blend in that lip liner. And then just all over after I blend. All over after I blend. That's what I said. Okay. Next thing, I'm going to go in with the star of the show, which is the MAC Plush Glass in Pretty Plush. It's this pretty like pink color with a lot of gold reflex, and I thought it would be perfect for this look. This is also what I wore that day. I told you guys I already recreated this look. Let me zoom you guys in so you can see this lip color. Okay. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is take a little bit of that Trick on my finger here, and Lust, the same eyeshadows that we use for our eyes, and just kind of pat it. Once lips are done, I'm going to go ahead and blend my entire face. So I'm going to start on top of my forehead and blend everything into my hairline from the center down my nose. Sweep all this off, sweep this off, down here, down my neck. Blend the blushes in together here, over here. Blend my contour. Okay, you guys, so this is the finished look. I am very, very pleased with it. Let me zoom you guys in so you guys see it up close. So here are the eyes. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video.